All right, we're talking about the skeletal system today in science. There are 5 functions of the skeletal system. The skeletal system is made up of all the bones in the body, and there are 206 bones in the adult body. Now, the first thing we're talking about is movement. Of course, your skeleton helps you move. You move your arms and legs because your bones and those parts move. Support. Of course, you have support from your skeleton. The backbone is the main support center for the upper body. It holds up your head and holds up your spinal cord, holds all of that up. Your pelvis also holds up your organs. Protection. You have 2 main areas that are very, very, very important to your health and to your life. That is your heart and lungs. So you have a cage, a rib cage that protects your heart and lungs. And also you have the skull that protects your brain. Did you know that the inside of your bones is not hollow, is full of marrow, and bone marrow is where white and blood cells are made. White blood cells, and red blood cells are made inside the marrow, inside the middle of the bone. 5 functions. Okay, so then one other function of your bones is to store minerals, such as calcium. So when you drink milk, it has calcium in it, and you eat your vegetables and your meats, and it has different minerals in that, then that's stored in your bones. Your bones are made of those minerals. There are 206 bones in the body, but these are some of the larger bones. You have your skull, which is actually made of several smaller bones. Your humerus, which is the top of your arm, which is, you might call your funny bone. If you hit your elbow, it sends a nerve up there and it feels kind of funny. You have lots of ribs, 12 on each side, and they wrap around from the front to the back to make a cage around your lungs, and lungs are just basically big balloons, special balloons, but we don't want to puncture that. So you have a rib cage to protect that. Your ulna is, if you hold your palms up, then your ulna is the one toward the inside, away from your thumb. Your radius is the bone that is near your thumb. Okay, closer to your thumb on the lower forearm. Your pelvis here holds up your intestines and your organs. Your femur is the largest and strongest bone of the body. It is your thigh bone or your upper leg bone. Your tibia is your shin bone. That's the one you protect when you're with your shin guards when you're playing soccer. And your fibula is your second bone in the lower leg. Then you have lots of different metacarpals in your hand and metatarsals in your feet. Okay, and there's lots of other names. All the bones have specific names, and these are just some of the bones. Up close, this is a real humerus out of an adult. It is right there, and otherwise known as the clavicle. Otherwise known as the funny bone. And the funny and humor, they see the same kind of word. Your carpals are your wrist bones. So you have lots of wrist bones, and they glide and slide to make that motion. You have metacarpals, which are the top of the hands, and you can see there is a very protective layer on the ends of the bones, so when they rub together, they will not hurt. Phalanges are your little fingers, okay? Phalanges means little fingers, and so these are the bones in your fingers, phalanges. Of course, you know the rib cage. Your clavicle is your collarbone. We have one on each side. And then you have a sternum, which is the middle bone in the middle of your chest. It's your sternum that connects your ribs in the front. Your pelvis, dancing bone. Femur, the largest bone in your body. And we already talked about tibia and fibula, the lower leg bones.